The voice box is where first-time voters speak their mind. Now, what is the most important issue to you this election week, and why?
The issue that I want politicians to give a definitive answer on is how they intend to, and this is probably a broad answer, how they intend to keep all the promises that they've been given whilst at the same time being fiscally responsible.
An issue that's important to me this week is gay marriage. I really like the politicians to tell us what their plans are because it'll definitely sway my vote.
On the Virgin Voters voice box and the topics that I'd like politicians to be talking about, I don't really think there is anything that they could talk about. You know, all the answers they give to us and all the speeches they say, it's not relevant to people of my generation and people of my age. At least to me it's not. And they don't talk about things that matter to me, and when they do talk about issues that vaguely matter, they don't do so in a way that's helpful or constructive. It's just same old, same old.
As someone who's really passionate about humanitarian causes, something I'd like from the three major parties this week is a timeline for when they're going to reach their promise of 0.5% of our gross national income to foreign aid. This is something that the three major parties have talked about, but not every one of those parties has actually locked in a timeline for when that's going to happen. This would really help sway my vote.
I think gay marriage is a massive one because I'm totally against it, and I believe that if I'm voting in someone, I want to know that in 4 months down the track they're not going to allow different states to bring this law in that gay people can get married, because that's not what I believe. And if I'm voting for someone, I want to know that they're going to stick to what they say now when they're trying to get our votes and not change when they have our votes.
If you're a first-time voter and would like to be a part of this show, go to our website and sign up to the voice box, or send us an email to info@virginvoters.com.au.
Everyone is welcome to get involved with us. You do not have to be a first-time voter. Visit us at our website at virginvoters.com.au. Or post something on Facebook or Twitter. We'd like to hear your opinion. We'd also like to know what's important to you. The more of us speaking, the louder it is. The louder it is, the more politicians will listen. Don't actually need this. The Twitter tree is where politicians serious about connecting with first-time voters follow us on Twitter. Now, if you are a politician and you haven't followed us on Twitter, well, that just means you're not serious about us as first-time voters, which is a big no-no. Anyway, let us take a look at our Twitter tree. 3 new politicians joined the Twitter tree this week. Now they are Trudy Burns, who is an independent candidate, Bradley Tanks from the Australian Independence Party. They sound similar, but they are actually different. Bethany McAlpine, who we all met last week for the Christian Democratic Party. This week on Twitter, we want to hear from you, telling us who you are going to vote for. So tweet us at VirginVotersAU.
Hey first-time voters, do you have a question you want to ask the politicians? Email it into us, info@virginvoters.com.au.
Every week, Virgin Voters issues a challenge. It's not a hard challenge, it's quite easy. We've challenged Kevin Rudd, we've challenged Tony Abbott, neither of which have decided to take on our challenge. Now what is it? It's simple. All you have to do is say Virgin Voters in the media, whether in TV, radio or newspaper. This week, we are challenging Christine Milne from the Greens. Christine, if you're watching, we've challenged Kevin, we've challenged Tony. Now, it is your turn. Say Virgin Voters in the media, whether on TV, radio or in the newspaper. Now I'm throwing you the challenge, please catch it, and now throw it back in the form of saying it in the media. Thank you very much, Christine. Now to my fellow first-time voters and anyone else. If you see any of the political leaders mentioning Virgin Voters anywhere in the media, send it in to us. Our email is on the screen, info@virginvoters.com.au.